I saw some person do it on TikTok, and I tried it once. I don't remember if it worked or not.
I wish I would have set up a time
let us know.
I don't know the order or the rundown, but I've done
that. I've told you it twice. Whoa, welcome everybody to May the Zoo be with you. We lost George. He's gone. He lost so much weight that he just vanished.
He was driving somewhere with his shirt off, got pulled over, and we haven't heard from him since.
George is not gone. He's just not here on the podcast. Everyone's going to be like, rip George, rip George. He is now ripped.
You know what to do, comment section.
He is now ripped.
You know what to do.
So you're stuck with Josh and I. Welcome to May the Zoo be with you. Hopefully you're having yourself a fantastic day. I'm joined by Mr. Headphones himself. Josh, you get new headphones?
No. These actually aren't even connected to the computer. So
wow.
Forgot I had those in.
Who hangs out with headphones in?
You're a
psychopath.
I was listening to something nice before I had to talk to you, man.
So wait, you just have me on speakers right now?
Yeah, most of the time I don't, but today you're just you're a speaker boy.
I couldn't do that.
I don't love it. I got to be honest with you. I don't love it.
That would throw me way
I don't love it, but that's where we're at.
Yeah. Do you want to continue?
But my shirt is on, and I'm not calling from a car. So,
So we'll leg up on the rest of the hosts on this podcast.
And I am, of course, joined by the man with the newest website in the known universe.
Hey.
Right, there's never been a newer website. I asked my friend. My friend told me it's the newest website he's ever seen. Louis DeGeorge.
What is up, everybody? You can go. This episode, I guess, is sponsored by Kitchen Table Cards and Games. KitchenTableTCG.com.
KitchenTableTCGs.
Complete brand new refresh. You can do all the things. You can pre-order foundations there now. You can pre-order Lorcana, which we're not even talking about. You can see our singles inventory. I spent a lot of time this week working on the new website, and I'm pretty excited about it. So go check it out. And if you find issues with it, hit me up on Discord and let me know so I can fix them, please.
I will point out that I spend a lot of time every week working on several sites and applications, and nobody praises me in the comment section. So
I don't want praise.
Stop fishing.
That's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for people to tell me what's wrong with it, because I don't know if you know this. It's a one-man team. And,
beta testers.
I have people who work.
Wow.
But the website is a one-man team.
Holy moly.
The website is a one-man team late at night, myself working. So
the disrespect that you just threw out there is wild.
Let me disrespect a little bit more. I'm gonna give Josh the rundown the third time, and so this is the intro.
Wait, I have to tune out again.
Next,
I'm George cosplaying today.
Next, we're going to talk about foundations. Then we're going to talk about Secret Lair Extra Life, which is your wonderful idea. We're going to go through the Arthurian Legends release. We're going to talk about Pokemon in Time Magazine, the most valuable franchise in the world, according to Time Magazine.
I think it was the most valuable media franchise or something.
I got it pulled up.
But you know what?
I'm the world's most valuable media franchise.
That's you know what? Don't care. Most valuable franchise in the world. I mean, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not McDonald's, but you know, it is what it is.
It might even be Disney. Wait, is it a more valuable?
I don't know. Like Disney's not a. I don't know. I don't.
Disney's not a media franchise.
Yeah.
Like Moana would be a media franchise.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. I don't really understand it, to be honest, but I'm going with it.
This is where we need George.
And then no, we don't. George would just poo-poo it the whole time.
That's true.
And then we're going to talk about Josh's secret shosh, which he said was very good this week, and I don't know what it is. So
very good. It's very good.
Speaking about things that I don't really understand what is. Let's talk about foundations. Back to magic core sets. We're back to magic core sets, everybody.
Now, let's get a base going here. When we have core sets, everyone hates core sets. But as soon as we don't have core sets, everyone's like, you know what Magic needs? It's core sets.
So core set 2019 was super good. I think core set 2022 was pretty well received.
I thought 2021 was the last. Was it
2021 or 2022?
Yeah, 2021 was the
both
last.
Of those were pretty well received. I mean, 2021 had Ugin in it, and that was a
sweet Teferi.
Yeah,
yeah.
That seemed like a great set. I don't understand. I don't know. I think I think just Rudy bashes core sets, and that's
is that how it goes down? I like core sets, and here's the thing. As an enfranchised Magic player that has way too much stuff and doesn't need a 14th copy of Llanowar Elves, there's a lot of core set stuff that isn't for me. And
I bet you need a 14th lightning bolt.
Oh, well, we'll get there, buddy. Hang on to your hats. all one of them. But like having these entry points, these entry ramps, and a chance to like go out to a pre-release and sit down and play base Magic in itself. You know, no theme, no crazy mechanics from a featured set. I think that's a major win, and adding stability to a format who everyone's biggest gripe is the rotation. Adding stability to that format, and again, not total stability. It's just it's a sprinkling. It's a smatter of stability. These are all wins. Now, do I think it's going to be a world breaker product? No, but I like it. But from someone who's selling Magic, does this concern you?
So I think demand for collector boxes has been pretty high. There's been a lot of
that's kind of the unknown, right?
A lot of the gold wizards, those who support the channel and the Discord server, they've been pre-ordering a lot, like almost as many as Bloomburrow and Duskmourn in terms of raw numbers of pre-orders. So there seems to be a lot of demand from that side, and people wanting collector boxes. Play boosters, I mean, like none, because they basically came out and said that play boosters were going to be I believe it was 5 years. Is that the am I remembering that correctly? So this set is
4 or 5 years. Yeah,
it's going to be in standard for 5 years. This exact set, right? Is that my understanding of it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think people are shying away from play boosters, but I think there's an attitude of which collector boxes, people are like, well, they could put actually some pretty cool stuff in there. Iconic Magic cards that have, I don't know if they've announced serialized cards and that kind of stuff yet, but hypothetically,
crazy things. You're going to see Dockside Extortionist, Mana Crypt, a Jeweled Lotus. The most iconic cards are going to be in this set. I agree with you, Louis. Right here, you said it here first. Good call, man.
I know. I think this is going to be okay from a store perspective. I think most stores are going to order relatively light, which is kind of what I'm planning on doing in terms of the non-collector products. But I think there is going to be a good turnout for pre-release because of the things that you said. Everyone likes the idea of playing Bloomburrow. Everybody likes the idea of playing Duskmourn. Everybody likes the idea of these, like, you know, very thematic sets. But when you have a Magic the Gathering set, it brings in all those people who, you know, just want to enjoy the game of Magic. I think there is a sense of like a refreshing atmosphere away from these hardcore themed sets. That's a win for Magic. So I think it's gonna be okay.
So let me spin you a yarn, my friend. Let me tell you a story that
I don't know what that means, but let's do it.
I'm super excited about. In a world where these collector boxes come out and they go to the moon, and the play boosters come out and they're like, nobody cares about the play boosters, and over time they keep going down. I can get these for cheap, sit around with my friends and play like no theme, no crazy Magic, like anytime I want. I have friends over who like hardly touch Magic, right?
Yeah.
That'll play with me anytime I open a box and suggest it, right? Play groups where we go out to the diner after an event. And you can bust out one of these and play Magic and not break the bank to do it. This is going to be a cool product for me personally, just to have around.
Yeah.
I think that's a major unspoken win here. Is it's just such a cool product just to have around and to play with.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. They have a jumpstart product to this too, which is another really big, you know, kind of thing for that audience, right? Where you just slap two decks together and play. I am very intrigued by the various different starter beginner box things they've added. So you've got play boosters, you've got the jumpstart boosters, collector boosters. We all kind of know relatively what those things are. But then there's two new products, which is a starter collection and then a beginner box, the double B. The starter collection is like, do you remember the old, like the toolkits? There's currently still a Pokemon trainer toolkit, but there used to be deck builder toolkits. Do you remember those?
I don't.
Yeah, that was like one of my first Magic products. It was like this, like maybe a 500 count box that like folded up, and inside was like a stack of 100 basic lands and 4 booster packs, and maybe like another little half deck or 50 card deck or something like that. And it was like the starter thing. It's like what I bought when I first started playing Magic. I like legitimately remember bringing it to my house after like college and being like, Mom, check out this game I'm playing in college. Like I remember that yellow box being like the thing.
So my first product, way cooler than yours. And I keep looking online to buy a couple just for my shelf. It was the starter series starter deck, Wizardrix versus Trained Ogre, where the first 10 turns were outlined. It was like there's a big alert that said, do not shuffle these decks. And it told you like what spells to cast and what to do. It's the starter series decks. They had a little star on them, was the symbol. And the first 10 turns were mapped out. It told you cast this spell on this. This is an instant. It literally did that and then was like, okay, now finish the game, play Magic.
Oh, that's
and
wild.
Me and my brother thought that was the coolest thing in the world.
There's one from 7th edition. Would that have been?
I think it was a 7th edition product. Technically,
was there a CD to it? Look, this thing has a CD.
No, the CD one was starter edition 2. I think this was starter. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll get back to you next week with the facts and maybe just buy one and show it off.
Yeah, they're like $45. You should buy one. This one has a CD-ROM. Can you imagine doing a stream where you figure out how to connect a CD-ROM to your computer?
My PC does not have a CD-ROM drive.
Dude, that's crazy.
So, but like, I wonder how many memories are going to be created by things like this, right? That's where my brain goes. Is how many memories are going to be created by products like this, where sooner or later, somewhere down the line, some poor schmuck is in his basement making YouTube videos because he bought one of these. And yeah, I'm not talking people our age. I'm talking people that was younger at this time.
All right. It's time for me to be what's the guy's name? The donkey.
George?
No, the donkey's name.
Shrek.
Eeyore. It's time for me to be Eeyore.
Oh, okay.
I would agree with your statement if this set included a set of 5 starter commander decks.
Oh, someone's been watching my content.
I don't get it. I don't understand. Actually, I didn't watch your content. I don't understand why this doesn't have a if I were. So this will be good to get your commander friends to start playing standard. And if that's their goal, great. I don't know how many people that actually works for. Again, I kind of feel like the issue is nobody cares about one-on-one Magic anymore. Most people just want to play commander. If you're looking for a starter product to play commander, there's nothing here. And that's like it's an interesting segment to the number one way that people are going to learn how to play Magic the Gathering or sitting down at a commander table with their friends.
But this is where I feel like sometimes you try to put me on the side of the street that I don't. I understand that this would be more popular with a commander product, and I totally agree with that. I actually think, as I said before on the channel, I think it's a miss that there's not like some kind of commander, because we're
on the same page. I'm not throwing you on the street.
A whole bunch of
you'll be fine
of products here.
You've got your videos have like 7,000 views. I'm not even making videos. You're the big guy now.
That's the only reason I have views is because you're not. Thanks, you and Rudy. Shout out. I really do think that there's more space here. There's more space in Magic than just spoon-fed commander. And as far as commander starter, commander intro products go, it happens with every single release. I would argue every single solitary release has a commander intro product, and 60 card Magic never has one. Mostly because it's hard to do, right? It's a hard barrier to cross. Challenger decks rotate, they fall out of favor, yada yada. So it is something that we don't currently have. I don't think it's a need that people are kicking down the door for, but I like the option. I like the onboarding tool.
I think it's still a good onboarding tool. I just think how many people are going to buy the starter collection at Walmart, show up to their friend's commander game that finally, and be like, okay, I'm ready to build my deck, and then not have that option.
No, nobody.
You don't think that happens?
No, because right next to the starter collection at Walmart is a commander deck.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like that's, and I don't know.
So I
you'll do it just to be like, someone in my city did it.
I really like the starter commander deck series that they did. It was like about last year, I think.
I thought it was longer than that.
Maybe 2 years ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. Those sell really well, and like I can't tell you how many new players I've sold those decks to as like, hey, this is a great on the ground, super easy to understand commander deck. And like I agree with what you're saying that like there is a Duskmourn commander deck there that they can buy, but some of those themed commander decks are not easy to learn Magic out of the bat. And so having it's
always been my take. I love that take. I'm in.
Like having a starter set in this foundations, I think would have been a win. I'm guessing what they wanted though is to help this push standard play and help this try to be an on-ramp for people to get back into standard and get their friends into standard, which is probably a net positive.
So I would argue that like, hey, right now, before foundations exists or anything like this exists, I'm not saying foundations is this magical solution that's going to make standard come back. I cannot imagine that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, if you're a new player and you want to play Magic, or let's say you're like I did, I learned with my brother. Shout out Tony, learning Magic together with decks. If you want to learn, you have to go get commander decks and play commander. This is just another way to learn to play Magic. And I'm not saying it's going to be more popular, but I am saying without this, there's no chance that somebody falls in love with 60 card Magic and decides that's how I want to play. When it's only commander is the on-ramp, that's what people will play. It's a really hard leap to go, oh, hey, you're all in on commander. You bought a mana crypt. You wasted $250. Now, hey, build a standard deck. Trust me, bro. Like it's a hard on-ramp. At least here, it's not a crowded on-ramp. It's the express lanes on a Saturday at like 1 when everyone's either already downtown or not going yet. There'll be a couple cars here and there.
I agree. They definitely are advertising it towards that. These cards are also standard legal, meaning you can go down to your LGS and play in standard events using only cards from the starter collection.
You can, and you can get smacked.
Yeah. And like that's one of the things I have an issue with is like I've been that guy. When I was in college, I was that guy. I went down to the LGS. I showed up with a deck. I got wrecked. I had no fun. I much rather would have gone with my friends and played a game of Commander. Didn't exist back then. But
there's a big.
Look, can I finish the thing?
Yeah.
If you're looking to get more people involved and want to treat Magic as a board game of sorts, then the beginner box is the way to go. This contains the following, and this is the Foundations one that has the Jumpstart packs, which is a cool, interesting way. I think that's a good way to introduce people to the game for sure. Because I do agree with what you've said multiple times. Commander's not the right way to learn how to play Magic. I totally agree with that.
It's currently the way that people learn, but it's not the best way.
I do like that they have this thing. The 2-player starter decks, right? With Assassin's Creed was another one. I think they did it for Lord of the Rings. I think they're doing it with another
Lord of the Rings
coming up.
The theme decks are fun.
Yeah.
Like the Lord of the Rings starter decks where you get to play with familiar characters. That's a cool onboarding tool.
Anyway, I think that's I think everyone's focus on this is towards standard. I just wish they had commander decks.
I think everyone's focus on this is what you nailed right out of the gate. It's collector boxes. Speculate for me. Are they going to pump?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a hot take.
I think they will sell just like Bloomburrow and Duskmourn, kind of somewhere in the middle of those two, maybe. I think they'll be successful. I'm not saying they're going to tank. I think they're going to be successful. I think Wizards has really honed in on print runs and that kind of thing.
But every product with iconic printings of known Magic cards does extremely well.
And that is part of the problem. It's like, what are they really going to put in here that hasn't been in Dominaria Remastered, Ravnica Remastered?
Llanowar Elves and that treatment has not been in anything, I don't think.
I don't know, man. I think, I don't know. Like, serialized cards might do it. There could be some really cool I think I saw... Where did I see it? I feel like I saw there is... maybe it was on my... I think I put it on my thing. Hold on. I think I saw that there is some form of special variant that's already been announced. Yeah, there is the fracture foil,
the Japanese fracture foil. Yeah.
And so that's I mean, a Japanese art fractured foil of Llanowar Elves probably going to do pretty well. Probably going to be a pretty big hit.
Here's the problem. And now let me Eeyore for a second.
Love it.
The problem with iconic Magic cards and special versions of iconic Magic cards is they have a ceiling where they can't get
alpha.
And not even out, because like that's a ridiculous ceiling, right? But like there does become okay, if this is $20, would I rather just spend $50 and get a really old iconic version? Right. And then maybe 20 to 50 is too big of a jump. But you see what I'm saying? There's a point where if you care about iconic Magic cards, you care about them for a reason, because they're from your past. They're from your Magic journey. Right. And you might want to then, if you're going to spend the extra money, you're going to buy the brand new one. You're going to buy the one that's like from that journey, from the past.
Yeah.
So just with like regular copies of iconic Magic cards, it's a problem.
I think I tend to agree with you. I think I tend to agree with you. I still think a fractured foil would help. A fractured foil of those cards.
Yeah, it's not old border foil. It's something different.
Would help sell the set. I'm not saying that it reaches the price of an alpha Llanowar Elves.
No, yeah.
Or a 7th edition foil Llanowar Elves.
Well, and if it does, start buying the alpha ones.
Shout out to my popper deck. But I don't know.
No,
anyway.
Yeah, iconic Magic cards ceiling, but when it comes to iconic Magic cards, we've proven time and time again, we still want new versions of them. We don't pay too much, but we want new versions of them, and thus we get things like Secret Lair.
Yes. Extra Life Secret Lair. Good transition, Josh.
We're transitioning to the Secret Lair section.
I was gonna say, don't forget to pre-order at KitchenTableTCG.com for Foundations. Before we, but whatever.
The funniest RIP George comment gets pinned. Not your new store this week. Funniest RIP George comment.
If you can include a RIP George support at KitchenTableTCG.com comment, I will pin that. How about that? If you can include it into the premise, I will pin that. All right, new Secret Lair alert.
Do you have we need to be good content creators where we have the Stream Deck where you can press it and we get the prof's voice right now.
So I have a Stream Deck right there. The problem with that is I set it up 2 years ago and I haven't touched it since I set it up, and I have my settings. I don't have time to mess up my settings to add the professor who, doesn't really like it.
I always said I was going to buy one and I just never did. And I seem to be getting by just fine.
I have like 3 Stream Decks.
Oh, look at me. I'm a real content creator.
Stream Decks are so good. They're so good. Yeah, dude. They are. I don't know how you make content without a Stream Deck.
Do you just not? You just said you don't use it. I thought.
I use it. I don't.
Oh, you don't
change it because I need it to work all the time.
It's a change. Gotcha.
All right, new Secret Lair alert. Okay, Extra Life. Can you give me
unenthusiastic?
Not for me, but can you explain to the listeners who maybe don't fully understand what Extra Life is? Can you give them a rundown of what Extra Life is?
So it's
do you know that, or do I need to look?
No. It's a Secret Lair that Wizards of the Coast produces for charity, and I think it's Children's Miracle Network, Children's Miracle Hospital, I think is the exact charity that it goes to. You might have to look that up because I don't know that.
We're gonna get roasted.
Yeah, but it's proceeds that go there, and realistically, it's buying Magic cards for charity. And yes, I know Wizards of the Coast gets a tax write-off. Wizards of the Coast probably makes money. I don't care. There is money that goes to charity for buying Magic cards. I buy Magic cards all the time. None of the money goes to charity, so
it's children's hospitals.
Yeah. What did I say? Did I get it right?
I don't. I was looking it up while you were talking to the audience.
Nice.
I was just making sure you were right.
But historically, the Extra Life series is something where they do something really cool.
They did last year. They had drawings from kids, right?
Yep. So they had kids submit drawings and they put those on Magic cards, which is just a really cool idea. This is there's a little self-service here, right? With what seems like Dungeons and Dragons theme.
Yeah.
Right on the anniversary, a little bit of self-service there, but these cards are not only cool cards, but they look incredible.
So 2 of them are huge cards, right? You have Lightning Bolt, which is $1 card, but
unless it's fancy.
All the fancy variants are always, always have a premium. I think you could reasonably expect that the lightning bolt will be a $5 card like that event. I mean,
In foil?
I mean, it's not going to make a difference foil or non-foil. The foils curl, so nobody likes them.
I have a dehumidifier running in my basement right now.
So have you seen the people who put it through a laminator?
No, but I'm probably not putting a card through a laminator.
Yeah, you put it. I've done it with not expensive cards, but I've tried it. I think it worked. I don't remember fully, but you put it through a laminator and it basically you don't put the lamination stuff in, obviously.
I gathered.
Unless you're an idiot. Okay. Not saying I tried it. No.
But then if your mom washed them, it would have been fine. It would have been
fine if your mom washed them.
Just saying.
You put it through the laminator thing and it reheats the bonding of the paper, and then you put it on a book and it supposedly
on a book or under a book,
like under a, to
you just put it under a book to begin with.
No, because it's not calibrated.
I don't.
Anyway,
it's not.
I saw some person do it on TikTok and I tried it once. I don't remember if it worked or not.
I wish I would have set up a time lapse. I wish I would have set up a time lapse camera. I have a stack of foils by this dehumidifier that were Pringles. They are perfectly flat.
Nice.
After one day, I wish I would have set up a time lapse camera because that short would have done views.
That would have been good.
Look, de-Pringlefy your cards.
Just buy another secret layer and do it. All right, the second card, there's Lightning Bolt, and then there's Fierce Guardianship, which is, that pays
How much
for
is
the
Fierce
whole.
Guardianship right now?
I think it's like $30, 25.
I don't play Commander, so I don't have to have that card.
I would almost guarantee it's at least $25. Fierce.
Wow. For a base version. But that's a card that's seen a lot of reprints, right?
Not that many. It's only been printed 4 times. It got printed in Commander Masters. Lowest version is $33. The borderless one is $36, and the foil etch is $55. It's only seen one reprint. It was printed in 2020, and then it saw the Commander Masters 3 different version reprint.
So it was reprinted in 2023. So 2020 and 2023.
Yeah, if that was last year. Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. Now, what if Wizards bans it now that they control command?
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. It might be on the tier A or B or whatever list, but so this has almost always been like a $35 card too.
Yeah.
Like this is one of those cards like Ristic Study. It doesn't matter how much you print it. It doesn't matter how like often or whatever. It's always going to be a $30 card. It's just what it is. Like,
you think so?
Unless maybe if they put it in a pre-con.
It wasn't it originally in a pre-con?
Fierce Guardianship?
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about Ristic.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it was in a pre-con before pre-cons were like mass
right.
box opened. The problem with pre-cons now is like stores who are bigger stores basically order a ton of precons, not even to just sell, but to like break them down for singles because it does so well.
It's you're the problem.
It's me, and a lot of the gold wizards do that. That's like probably the number one thing gold wizards buy. Yeah, it's like the number, like people buy so many commander decks, it's ridiculous. They buy like cases of like 10 cases of them, and they crack them for singles.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It's guaranteed, right? Like when you open a box, you don't have the guaranteed EV.
No, but have fun.
I think the catalyst for it, honestly, is the collector packs.
In the
sample packs, yeah. Because like they do the math on the EV, and the EV is plus 20%. Then you add another 5 to 10% with the collector pack thing. Anyway.
But when you open boxes, you get to open cool stuff like that.
That is a cool card.
That's a cool
card. From the best set of the year. That's one.
The
other cards,
hold on, you got to keep me up. Is this where the sales numbers matter or don't?
No.
Okay, gotcha. No, I'm in.
Just my opinion.
I just got to make sure I follow along.
Mana Geyser and Delayed Blast Fireball, maybe not the other greatest cards in the secret layer, but the artwork I think is super cool. It's like got like a Super Metroid vibe going to it, which was one of my favorite games of all time.
The art on this is exceptional. Like, I really, really enjoy looking at these cards. I wonder if I'm going to enjoy playing them as much. Because, like...
I'm so over that. I used to hate that so much. I used to be so salty about it.
I think I like them because they're not the movie theater poster where it's like, I can't tell what's going on.
Yeah,
right?
At least looks like a
I hate
magic
playing
card.
with. I hate getting them played against me. I don't think I had that problem with these. These are very clear. The casting cost is in a different spot, but like, you can get over that. It's fine. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm so over that now.
What are the heart? What am I missing? I feel like an idiot. What do the hearts signify? I mean, the lives in the top left corner.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't signify anything.
Doesn't?
No.
How come one of them has 3 hearts and the other one only have? Oh my goodness! What if
the whole thing is the guy fighting? It's Philip fighting the boss. So he goes into on Mana Geyser. He goes in with full health. On Lightning Bolt, he got shocked by the Lightning Bolt and lost. He should have lost 3 life there. That would have been clutch. Yes. Instead, he lost 1.5 life. That seems like a missed thing. And then,
well, then they would have had to make it 4 life because otherwise your character is just dead.
And then he casts Fierce Guardianship, which counters it, and then it's a delayed blast firebolt on the thing.
I follow now.
Yeah.
Well, now I like that. Now I like it more.
Now you have to run a what's it called deck? A is it deck, and you have to play them in order to get the full unlock. That's how you get the bonus card. Once you play the cards in order.
If your commander community didn't steal my commander deck at MagicCon, I played a Mardu commander deck, so I would have been able to play this. Well, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Never mind.
I don't think you got your colors right there.
Yeah, I didn't, and I lied.
I'm not the pro Magic player at the table, so I want to know. I don't know. It's cool. I like the I like it. I think this is a good one. I hope that they have 1 billion of these so they can raise as much money as possible for Extra Life, and this doesn't turn into everybody gets free tendies if they got on there early.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, do you have
secret? Oh, buddy, hang on to your hats.
Love it.
Apparently, it's going to be print to demand.
Good.
But also advanced printed. So if you're an early orderer, you're going to get things shipped right away.
Nice.
And they're going to continue printing it for the duration.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's good. They should definitely do that. And I like that a lot.
The perfect mix, right? The perfect way to do something like this for charity.
Yep. That's sweet. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people who are like, oh, wait, Delayed Fireball is a $13 card.
Surprise.
That's crazy. Why is that so expensive?
Because, what do you mean? Sweet.
Yeah. All right. I was wrong.
I think I'm going to buy a bunch of these.
Yeah.
I like these a lot.
Yeah, this is a good one to buy.
And like, you get to feel good when you buy them.
That's the secret, right?
Yeah.
There, I know. You could just donate the money, people. I get it.
100%. Yeah.
But you know what?
I'm going to buy Magic cards anyway.
Yeah.
Now you get to feel good and buy Magic cards?
Do you want to do a wild speculation on what the bonus card will be?
Oh, I mean, I know what I want it to be. But you go first.
I don't know. I was going to go something blue. Oh. Some sort of like what's the one that you cast it? No, that's Second Sun is so it's got to be some winning card where you win the game.
Battle of Wits.
What does that do?
If you have 200 or more cards in your library, you win the game.
No, I doubt that. It's going to be something blue that you win the game because this he beat the boss.
Thassa's Oracle?
Yeah, that could be it.
How salty will people be about charity if they print Thassa's Oracle? Oh my god.
What do you think it's going to be?
I want it to be Electrolyzed because that's my favorite Magic card of all time.
That's pretty good.
And it just fits the theme. Wizards, do me a solid.
Yeah.
That card's so bad in 2024 and was so good.
Or give us like a Nicole Bolas. Like that's what the boss is, right?
Yeah,
like,
I understand
be cool.
that there's value there. I'd rather have an Electro.
I don't think there's value there. Is there a single Nicole Bolas card that is worth anything?
I just assume so. You Commander players run up all kinds of crazy weird cards.
The flip planeswalker one, I think, is worse than that. But anyway, this seems like a good one. I would definitely, if you are a fan of Magic and you care about children, I think this is a great. I think this is a no-brainer. If you hate kids, don't buy it. You know?
Yeah, like listen. If you just think George is gross for driving with his shirt off, then whatever.
All right, ready to move on? I don't have a good transition. Arthurian. I didn't even hit the button for Secret Life. I'm such a bad content creator. See, if I had it on my stream deck, it would be perfect. But
you have like 6 of them. You just said.
I have 3 of them. I have at least 2. Anyway.
Donate one to my charity that I just started.
Do you want a whole computer?
No, I don't want a computer. After I hear how you use computers, I don't want a computer that ever comes out of your house.
I have a full extra computer right now that has 4 HDMI inputs. It's got a Camlink 4K 4 input thing in it.
I have to.
I'll tell you what. You buy the computer, I'll give you the stream deck for free.
Tell you what, my entire operation here dies when the Camlink dies, so I put an extra one back here because I only had 1, so this time I bought 2. Last one died. I'm running without a spare Camlink.
Camlink died?
Yeah.
What did you do to your Camlink to make your Camlink die?
Nothing that I can mention out loud in good company on this podcast.
It was the hot tub streams, wasn't it? Josh?
Yeah, listen, George took his shirt off. I got happy. I was like, I want in.
It was that secret Twitch hot tub streaming channel.
Listen, man, I got to give the channel members something that they want, and that's just that's my job.
Okay, let's talk about Arthurian Legends.
I want to talk about hot tub streams.
I want you to tell me all the reasons that this set failed and you are negative about it before I tell you my things.
I didn't even hear what you just said.
I just assume that you're going to be negative about it. So let's get it out of the way.
Is it because I'm cosplaying George today?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Well, hold on. Where was it printed?
China.
I rest my case.
I do have a gripe. I did get one of my 46 boxes that it took me to open a curio did not have a code on the back of it. I felt absolutely scammed.
Did you email the company?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna write a formal letter. I think
you should.
I think that's the only way to handle that.
But you know what? You only get 1 a year.
Yeah,
you can only write 1 letter a year.
Yeah, this is definitely the one.
That's it. That's all. That's all you get.
So, go ahead. Tell me your thoughts, George.
I already told you.
I wasn't paying attention.
China.
Oh, China. Yeah, sorry.
China.
Okay, so I opened 46 boxes, I think, to get to get my curio. Look what I pulled. This is my curio.
Did you? The only thing I care about.
People really didn't like the box opening.
The only thing I care about one thing.
Yeah. Was
it a single stream until you opened the curio?
No, I didn't have it in me this weekend. It was another rough weekend. So I went live to feel good about my life in open packs. I 100% avoided my life and open packs with the stream. I've done
that. It's a good move. Yeah, I like that move.
So I pulled the wyvern. Sorry, I guess this is spelled. It's pronounced worm. Did you know that?
I can't. It's just a blur. But
no. WYVERN. Did you know that pronunciation of a dragon is just worm?
I didn't, but it wouldn't surprise me if someone's messing with you.
I don't think so. Maybe. And then I pulled some other cool stuff. It was fun. It was a good time. The box opening is super good. It's super fun. It feels very similar to like alpha and beta, like your hits. The big gripe that a lot of people have, I'm not sure if you've been following this, is they made all of the knights unique.
Yep.
But some of them, about 16 of them,
some of the sirs
are printed at the same pull rate as an elite. So you pull significantly more quote unquote uniques, but
they're as rare as elites.
Over half of them are really only elites, and the secondary market obviously has caught on to that as well.
Well, when you tie together the number of like the deck building restriction with the rarity, right? That's something that can happen. You start to get into this realm of, oh, we want something to be rare and collectible, but we want you to be able to play, less of, or we don't want it to be hard to get, but we want you can only play one of them or something, for theme or flavor. I'm assuming that was always my thought, right? That's why the sirs, the knights, are unique, because it's like you can only have one of each.
Which is important. And one of the arguments that a lot of people, I really like this side of it, is that they're saying unique is not necessarily a pull rate, it's a game mechanic. I really like that,
sure,
attitude. I think that puts the gameplay first for sorcery. That's something that they are doing that puts gameplay first over just purely the speculative side, which I think is a win.
Well, I don't think that's fair. I don't think people who collect sorcery are all speculators.
No, but I'm saying the to prioritize something like they could have just made this an elite.
Knowing your past and you being so against sorcery collectors is not something I saw coming. I'll be honest with you. That was not you being the gameplay matters guy like 3 years ago was not on my bingo card. Really?
I've done a lot of gameplay and not nearly as many box openings. They're harder to pull off.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Trust me, I pivoted.
It is.
No, the problem is you're going to start muddying the waters. No matter which way you take this, whether unique elite are pull rates only, or there's sometimes pull rates there, but they're always the game mechanics, or they're always deck building restrictions. You start to muddy the waters based on hey, I'm just a person who opens this box, and one of the things I loved was when I opened a box of sorcery and I got something that mattered, I knew.
Right.
I knew, right? Now you kind of have to be a little more in the know. You got to be in the circle. You got to have the information. Whichever way you take it, you got to have additional information. Yeah. And I think that it just a little bit takes away from what I really, really loved about the sorcery box opening experience.
That's pretty fair. I think that's a fair criticism of it. I think also there could have been some communication about this. We all knew that the sirs and knights were going to be in the set. They could have come out and said, "Hey, look, this is one of the cards, sir, whatever, a lot. This is one of the cards. Just so you know, they say unique. They are printed at an elite rarity." That could have lessened the blowback that the community has had about this. It doesn't change it though, and I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think people who are upset about it are making a far bigger deal about it than it actually is.
Oh, I'm telling you that I think it takes away from, again, in the smallest way, something I enjoyed. I don't think it makes or breaks Arthurian Legends by any stretch of the imagination. Right. It does not it's not doom and gloom because of this. But even if they were to come out and say, hey, this is the case, we printed these at an elite level, they are uniques. It's the same reason I hate erratas. It's the same. You have to be in the know. You have to be in the circle. You can't just be someone who buys the box, opens the cards. That was one of the beautiful things that happened at Gen Con. Is I handed packs of sorcery to people who were getting old school Magic cards signed, and they knew. They're like, "Oh, wait, I think I got something cool." Right. They just knew that, and it takes away from that a little bit.
That's fair.
You want to know what I really like about sorcery?
Yeah. Hey! Did we beat it? Oh, you told me we hadn't beat it yet.
I like to keep you excited, buddy.
Oh, I'm excited.
Edge you a little bit, keep you ready, keep you going.
Arthurian Legends, for those of you who are listening, we got a lot of comments last week about, I listened to the podcast, I don't want to watch Louis open a box. Arthurian Legends has outsold Rosetta already.
By a not insignificant margin.
Almost twice the amount of spend. Now, Josh, I mean, you told me this. This is just TCG player sales, and I don't get to choose when I like TCG player sales or when I don't. So I want to be fully clear with the loving audience, who I'm sure is going to love that we put that up there.
We didn't put that up there. I didn't tell you I was doing that. I just put that up there.
I understand that not all those sales. That doesn't mean that it's not fun to look at.
This is not a comparison as to which game's better. It's a comparison to which game sold more boxes on TCG Player in the same span of time.
Yeah,
since its release. So yeah. since neither has been out for that long, that's all boxes sold. That encompasses since the product's been alive on TCG Player for both sets.
Yeah.
So
boxes. I mean, TCG Player prices. You know, I'd like to see the prices be closer to the MSRP.
Is it because you hate people who want affordable product?
No, I want people who bought product from me to feel good about buying product from me. I mean, I'm not going to lie about what it is. I'm sure they are happy to support somebody who they view and whatever too, but it's not that bad though. It's 116 on TCG Player. I think MSRP is 129. It's about $15 less or $13 less, which isn't too bad. Volume of sales though, pretty good, about like 10-ish boxes a day. So it's gonna, unless more supply hits, it's gonna dry up relatively soon on TCG Player. Now there is a second wave coming. We don't know the exact details of when the second wave is coming. I don't think distro even knows. My distro is in Florida, so shout out to Florida. Hopefully everything's going good. We won't know. It's like currently Wednesday when we're recording this, so hopefully everybody in Florida is safe.
Yeah, I've got a person that in both of our communities that has messaged me and said like, "Oh, I'm staying in Florida," and all I can think is, "Hey, be safe, please."
Yeah. So I haven't been able to chat because there's obviously more important things going on at my distro. But the wave 2, not really known when it's going to come out. So that'll be interesting to see how much wave 2 is and how the market absorbs more product. But singles prices are kind of all over the place still right now. I want to say something else. I really was worried about Arthurian Legends being too Arthurian. I was when we
all right.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about it much, but like the idea of a themed sorcery set kind of made me feel like, oh, is this going to be too much? Is this going to be too is it going to make the game too different? And opening the cards, you definitely feel the Arthurian feel when you hit one of the Sirs, which happens every other pack.
Sure.
You definitely feel that. But the rest of the cards in the set feel like sorcery cards. It feels like a very it doesn't feel different than alpha and beta, and I was very relieved when I was opening packs to feel like I was opening sorcery part 2 and not Arthurian Legends Magic the Gathering on a grid. You know what I mean? Like I was relieved to know that. And I think a lot of the cards are going to see decent and significant play. There's a bow that gives your bearer range 3, so you can literally see basically everything on the map, which is crazy. Like, I mean, that's the power level is pretty pushed, I think, which is another kind of win, I think.
So a couple takes.
Yeah, let's do it.
One that I don't love as much is that without like the cores, again, it's not a powerhouse of a set. It's a smaller set. It doesn't, and again, this is not a sorcery gameplay guide because I admittedly have never played a game of sorcery. I am a sorcery collector. That is how I attack this. It feels like it feels like a set that's missing something because I've always known sorcery with the cores, with these iconic cores and mixes, right? And I'm not saying that things won't emerge as that, but they feel that way. I also think that you specifically,
me,
the rest of the degenerates out there playing 4-player circular map, put playmats together sorcery, ruined this release.
Why?
Because if you degenerates, you absolute savages didn't exist, they would have just put legendary on one of the creatures, but you jerks will turn it into commander. You'll commanderify everything.
There you go.
And I can't have that happen So without you, I think
Okay.
unique
Well,
thing is
let me play the opposite side of what you said first. Can you imagine a Magic the Gathering card, red, 3 cost, does 3 damage and draws you 3 cards and can't be removed?
What do you mean can't be removed?
Like has a ward.
Well, it's a magic card that doesn't make much sense, but
No, it's a red 3 cost, enters the battlefield. You draw 3 cards. It deals 3 damage and has ward 3.
So it's an enchantment or a creature?
It's a creature.
What is it? What's its power and toughness?
So it's a 3. But it's a 3/3 for anyway. My point is
I think it just dies to removal. I'll be honest with you.
has ward.
Yeah, you can pay for ward cost, dice to removal.
There's one of the uniques, and like, listen, I am a Grandmaster Wizard. I own the original artwork. I want Grandmaster Wizard to be the strongest card in the game. It's a 6 cost, enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. This is a 3 cost, enters the battlefield, gets to draw 3 spells. It has 3 damage and has stealth. It's an incredibly powerful card, like absolutely incredibly powerful card.
I want to tell you that I understand your pain, but I think I cleaned my office too recently. I wanted to find my really cool copy of the card Tidings.
Oh, I was gonna say
it is a 5-mana sorcery, 3 and 2 blue that just says draw 3 cards and was once a powerhouse. So I get you. I do understand.
There's also Tri-land, like Tri-sites that produce 3 elements, which is pretty massive. I'm gonna be
sure. I'm not approaching this from a gameplay perspective. I'm seeing from the collector and outsider perspective.
Yeah.
Feels like it's missing something.
There is the 4 Waters of Paradise, which I'm calling the 4 Seasons Hotel, which is the Philosopher's Stone of the set, which is basically a mix, which was one of the cards in Alpha Beta, but on steroids. And then there is a new shark for you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a new shark for you.
I didn't see the shark. What's it called?
Well, it's not a shark, but it is.
Oh, well, hold on.
It is arguably better than a shark.
Is it?
You're gonna like it.
This is either a shark or it's not. I don't do whale shark situations here.
It's a shark in that it belongs to the same biological family as a shark. It's a fish.
You're a fish, dude.
I don't remember what it's called. I'm trying to find it.
I can't believe you just jazzed me up for that.
It's good. Hold on. It is what the hell is it called?
That's it. I'm only experiencing sorcery like everyone else does. I'm just buying Rudy Booby promos from here on out. You ruined it for me.
Rudy Booby promos.
You ruined it for me. Rudy Booby promos to the moon.
How do we not call it Ruby Booby promos on every?
That's all I call them. Is that not what you call them?
It's called the Salmon of Knowledge, and it's good. It's your new shark.
I mean, what if my shark eats the Salmon of Knowledge? Does it become the Great Shark of Knowledge?
Yeah, and it also you get to draw 3 spells. It's another draw 3 card. It's good.
It's not a shark, man. You just don't get it. You
don't get it. My stream when I pulled it called you out and said that's your new card. So like they already picked it for you.
How expensive is it? Did they pick me a cheap one?
The non-foil is 98 cents. Do you want to know? All you care about is the foil, right?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
$39. None have sold yet on TCG.
Wait, $39?
Yeah.
The market's already priced me in. I'm out. The market's already priced.
Is that the same price as a giant shark? What's a giant shark go for?
I think it's at like 70.
They know.
I never paid over $20 for one.
$80. Dude, you're way up. You're 4x.
I never paid over $20 for one, and that's why I can't keep buying them. I've been stalled for some time. Just can't justify it.
All right. Anyway, I think it's a pretty good release. I'm really excited to sit down this weekend, I think, and play some games and enjoy it.
This is fun, right? Like this is fun.
So good. Yeah.
You know what? I think it's a ton of fun. I think it's so much fun. We should do it more than once a year. I really do. Like we have so much fun. We enjoy this. We get to sit around. We get to hang out, play something we all enjoy. Let's do it more than once every 12 months.
So one of the things people are saying is that none of the original artists, or not all the original artists. Let me back up. A lot of the original artists from Alpha and Beta were not involved in Arthurian Legends. And so one of the speculations and rumors is that that's because they're working on the next set, which makes a lot of sense. And so maybe it gets quicker, but I don't think it will. So
we had this. You said that last year.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Pokemon time. All right.
Did you name it Pokemon Time? Because that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Pokemon on Time Magazine. I'm going to say one thing, and then I want to focus on something completely different because I don't want to get into it with you about how Pokemon. Time Magazine calls Pokemon the world's most valuable media franchise. Suck it, George.
He
literally said that it wasn't. He literally said, I said that. I provided data. I provided anything.
Well, hold on.
No way.
Did the data matter this time or not?
The data didn't matter that time because it was not a great source. Not my fault. But they were still right. It's not my fault the source wasn't bad. The source was still right. So Time Magazine, the one that matters.
My thing that we do on this trading card game podcast is when it's relevant, talk about the non-trading card game aspect of things. We do it with MetaZoo. We do it with Pokemon. We do it with Lorcana. We complain about Magic stuff with it.
I am a little concerned about Time Magazine, though. Let me just throw this out there. On the Pikachu one, it says collect all 4 covers.
Mm-hmm.
On the Eevee one, it says collect them all, 3 new covers.
Well, 3 new covers, so that's...
And then there is a total of 7 covers. So...
Are they all from the same year? Are they all from this year's time?
It's all the same thing, I think. Yeah, it's all the same.
I don't know if I trust your research as much.
I'm looking at a picture of them they're on eBay. But collect all 4 covers, collect all 4 covers, collect all 4 covers.
Maybe
There are 7 of them, and then there's one that says 3 new covers. So maybe they printed 4 and then they came out with 3 new ones is I guess what's happening, but it's a little confusing.
Maybe the Mew one looked cool. That's the one I sent you and George when you ignored me.
I definitely need to get that one for my daughter. I bought 2 of I went to Tractor Supply this weekend to get something, and they had,
of course you did,
they had the Pikachu one, so I bought.
Of course you did. You went to Tractor Supply.
Yeah, it's like
what did you supply your tractor with?
So I bought, this one just says collect all the covers. So they changed that from collect all 4 covers. I should buy this eBay one that has like the special version.
You should make sure it's from this year and not just an old.
I paid 15 and this is 7 of them for 200. What's that like? Did we do good?
No.
200 divided by 7, $28. It seems like a lot easier than hunting them down, to be honest. Maybe I'll put in an offer.
You gotta go to the Tractor Supply, bud.
Every day to get the new ones.
Supply your tractor with some more stuff. This was cool because my daughter caught the cover as I was pulling, and she's like, "Oh, like the daddy cards," like because we started looking at some Pokemon cards.
Daddy cards.
Yeah, daddy cards, and so. Like that's neat. It's iconic. I kind of want to collect them. It's definitely not on here because of the trading card game. It's definitely not on the cover of Time Magazine because of the trading card game.
I mean, yeah. I read some of the article. I read about half of the first article.
Will that one end up in your bathroom?
I plan on reading more. That's a great idea. That's a rare good idea on this podcast.
You know, that's just what most people do with magazines.
I don't have a single magazine in the bathroom. Don't most people just use their phone?
They didn't always. They didn't used to have them, Louis.
I know that, but like, aren't we at the point where like you don't touch people's phones because you know that they like have feces on their phone?
Especially since George has an iPhone now. His phone is finally shitty.
Thank God. Thank God.
Why does that matter?
I hate the green bubbles, man.
You're a wild elitist when it comes to people who want to sit and enjoy Sorcerer at a reasonable price and their phones.
I can't do it.
Wild elitist.
I can't do it.
That should have been that's the secret. That's the secret sauce. Why do you hate people that can't afford the top dollar of everything?
Listen, this guy's got all 7 magazines for $125.
It's just the cover.
That's like $3 more per magazine than I paid.
That's less than MSRP. You got to report that guy. He's selling under map.
People already have him graded. Okay, so here's my thing. This is going to do really cool things for Pokemon. My mom will read this and she'll finally understand the love of Pokemon.
Okay.
You're such an old man of Pokemon. It drives me nuts.
I agree with a lot of what you just said.
Yeah.
Your mom will read this. She will appreciate your love of Pokemon, mostly because she's just finally accepted you for who you are, as hard as it was all these years. I talk to her about it all the time.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is what that scenario that you just laid out does for Pokemon.
So I don't think I'm not saying that it's going to pump the market.
You just said this does so much for Pokemon and then gave that example. I am only repeating what you said.
Brand awareness away from millennials is a win.
But brand awareness with people who read Time Magazine not super valuable for Pokemon.
How many grandpas buy a Christmas present of Pokemon for their grandkids because they saw an article like this?
No, probably insignificantly more than we're already going to buy them a Pokemon pack to begin with off the Walgreens shelf.
All right, let's go to a different topic. Do we speculate on these magazines?
That is a crazy statement. This does so much for Pokemon because my mom's going to read it while she's in the bathroom. What a wild statement.
All right, different topic. How many of these do we buy? Complete sets.
Oh, lots.
How much?
Lots. Hold on. I'm in on this, though.
How much do we grade them? And do we hardcore speculate on the Time Magazine Pokemon edition?
Yes, and yes. Do you want me to just give you money for a pool and let's do it, baby?
Is there any Time Magazine that's valuable? There's
got to be like JFK gets shot. Like, I'm just trying to think of like crazy landing on the moon, like the most wild worldly events.
Wow, there's like a whole world of collecting. This is what I love about collectibles. There's some guy listening to this podcast that's like, you guys had no clue.
You're idiots. How do you not know
how big the Time Magazine, the first Time Magazine, one sale, March 1923. It doesn't say what it sold for. That was unfortunate.
Didn't Time do a big breakdown on the Zuck that was super positive, like back when Facebook launched, and now he's viewed? That would be cool to do the evolution of a visionary that everyone loves to a billionaire that people want to eat through Time Magazine covers. That's a journey I would take.
All right, here's the first record sale that I could find. Where is it?
If it's like $200, I think I'm out.
This is the Willie Mays from where? Why won't you just tell me what it sold for? I have to sign in. Well, that's disappointing. Does CGC have it? This is V64. It's, I think, Willie Mays. I have Willie Mays autographed baseball.
You had?
I still have it. It's probably up in the attic or something. There's no sales. Anyway, do you want to speculate on them?
I'm in. What do you want?
I'm gonna buy a full set of it. That's all I'm gonna do.
I'm in.
Okay. Deal.
Buy me one too. What do I owe you?
Nothing.
Wait, we're not doing it?
Nah, you buy your own crap.
I thought we were doing it together.
Yeah, we'll do it together. I'm not gonna buy it for you. I'm gonna buy it from this guy right now.
You're not. We're pooling money. That's normally how these things work. So
shout out to Bart the cartoon about to get an order from me. All right. Sheikah Shosh.
I still want to go back to what this does for Pokemon when someone's grandma reads it in a nursing home.
My mom taking a dump and reading it. That's what it does.
You said it, buddy. You said it. Nobody else said it. All right. So, as I'm known to do, I was standing at my fridge deciding what to eat at like an inappropriate time to be eating.
Do you eat standing up in the kitchen all the time?
I haven't for a while because I made a conscious effort to stop because it got
All
bad.
I do. It's all I do. From the hours of 11 p.m. to 2 a.m., I'm just standing in the kitchen on my phone, eating with the fridge open.
I had to stop. I had to stop. But it opened up my mind to a question.
Okay.
Is there something in your fridge that you will eat or use without ever looking at the expiration date? Like, you just never check the expiration date of this thing.
Juice.
Juice is a good one.
Yeah. Ketchup.
Mustard.
I don't
Now, hold on, boo boo. Mustard is fine. Ketchup is not.
Why?
I had a ketchup go moldy. It was in there for so long.
I don't think ketchup would last that long in my house.
That might be fair.
Yeah. Like,
Now
we eat a lot of chicken nuggets. We have 2 kids. We eat a lot of chicken nuggets.
is there anything you definitely won't eat without looking at the expiration date?
I don't remember the last time I checked an expiration date.
See, me neither. And I was eating things like so this stemmed. I was cooking eggs, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know when the last time I bought eggs was.
Yeah.
I wonder if these are any good." And instead of going back to check it, I just ate them.
Yeah. So, like, here's the catalyst for me, though, is that my wife is the opposite of me. I bet you my wife checks the expiration date on every single piece of food that she
So you
touches.
have a safety net.
No, it's I would call it a waste of money. Like, like, why throw away ketchup? It's ketchup.
Because it can mold.
No.
So you don't check the expiration date on anything.
No.
Now, is that a function of having kids because everything in the house just goes so fast?
Yeah, I think I don't. It's like I don't really eat food from the fridge other than eggs and bacon, and like I guess maybe I would check to see when the last time we bought turkey was, like
Sliced?
like sliced turkey. Like, occasionally maybe I would check that because I feed that to my kid, so like I would make sure that it's not like 4-week-old turkey.
Is that too old? I think the packaged stuff lasts longer than that.
I don't think turkey probably lasts more than a week in our fridge, though. Like, we probably eat it within that.
Now, what about things outside of the fridge? Breads. You know, you got a little bread basket.
Bread, like, if it doesn't have mold on it, it's fine. If it has mold on it, you just throw away the moldy pieces.
I cooked a tortilla the other day that was a chip. And I threw it in the microwave, just softened it up a little bit. So I had a flour tortilla. I softened it. I pulled it out of the bottom of the bread bowl. I was like, oh, I don't know how long this bag's been in there. It's firm. Microwaved it, ready to go.
I'm not the guy to worry about food. I don't know.
See, I thought you might be, because my take is just me neither.
Yeah, my wife is definitely that for us. It's kind of like when we first got married, it drove me nuts that she didn't do the dishes in the sink. Like, she would leave dishes in the sink all the time, and I couldn't go to bed with dishes in the sink.
Oh, I can go to bed with dishes.
And like, it used to drive me absolutely nuts. Like, I used to be like, blah, 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 blah. And then at one point I was just like, I'm just going to do her dishes. Like, at one point, like it switched in my brain. Like, I should just do it. And the same thing happened for me with eating food from the like expiration food. Like, it just flipped the switch where like, I don't need to check it anymore because my wife does that. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to run into it before she does. So I'll just trust that she does it. I think that's what happened. So
that became I live a life that is the standard, 90s sitcom comedic trope, that when it comes to folding laundry, that chore specifically, my wife will not have me do it.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
And I did not do it because it's the traditional, you don't do it right. And
yeah, that's what I said to my wife, though. Like, so I cannot.
You think there's a right way to fold clothes?
Oh, yeah. My wife will fold my shirt.
You might just be my wife.
Out.
I think we figured this out.
Wait, will you fold a shirt inside out?
If it comes out of the washer inside out.
You are a terrorist. That is.
Wait, hold on.
That is an.
Hold on. We're not brushing over this.
Yes.
Do I get to complain about this for the next 4 years?
Yes.
I feel like I do.
That is wild. This needs to be the Sheikah Shosh for George. We need to see if George folds his laundry. George probably doesn't do laundry. We need to see if he folds.
He just buys new Hawaiian shirts.
I can't stand my shirts. And let me be very clear. I will go a month and a half without doing laundry. I have enough t-shirts to go a month and a half without doing laundry. I do that all the time. Yeah. I have so many shirts.
I bought extra tall magic shirts on Amazon a couple weeks ago.
I have enough clothing.
Shout out, Jim.
For like 4 people. Like, I don't know.
It's kind of disgusting.
I still have
Why?
I still have shirts from when I was in college 10 years ago.
You looked like that in college?
I was an extra large. I've been an extra large for
I was just being mean.
I was a skinnier extra large. I don't fit into those pants. But like, so when I do laundry, it's like a full day thing. I mean, it takes like 5 loads of laundry to do my laundry. But I don't like when I put my clothes back into my closet, I want them all to like, I want to be able to find what shirt I want without like being like, I have 80 different black shirts. I got to open each one to find my Nirvana shirt with Owen Wilson. Like, I don't have to work.
That's a great shirt, by the way. That's a fantastic shirt.
My favorite part of the shirt is when people say, oh man, I love that band. And they don't, it's Owen Wilson. Look.
Yeah.
And they don't even get it. They're like, I love that band. I'm like, you obviously don't.
They're glancing at you, be nice.
You obviously don't.
They're traditionally angsty blondes, one admittedly obviously more angsty than the other. But no, so I have a counterpoint to this, and I think you're doing life wrong. And this is now twice in one podcast that I'll reference him, which is probably not great. This is probably a sign of George being gone. But he's currently on the lam from stalking Taylor Swift or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've adopted the Zuck. I just own a stack of black shirts.
Yeah, I wish I could do that.
That's the only thing I buy anymore. I got polos. For like work and nice events. I have dress shirts that hang in the closet. I own a stack of black shirts. I own some white shirts. And when I am feeling like, oh, this one's worn out, I buy a new 3-pack of extra tall black shirts.
Yeah.
Like,
I just buy the Kitchen Table TCG shirts that I have up here on my new website.
Yeah, except you're not inclusive. You're an exclusive business. You are not inclusive.
They don't.
You are not. You have taken an entire group of people and excluded them.
The only laundry that I do like week to week is I own 10 of these shirts. 5. I own all of them. Two of each thing in each color, and I wash those. That's all I do. I wash my shorts and my Kitchen Table TCG shirts, and that's like what I usually wear when I'm like not working out or not whatever. Like it's my day-to-day shirt.
Sure.
But I wish I could go. Actually, Andy Hall is my favorite musician. He's from a band called Manchester Orchestra, and he tells this story of when he was like 21, 22 when they were touring. He just didn't want to do laundry. So that he just bought white T-shirts, like a pack of
the pack of
$1 white T-shirts.
Yeah.
Back then it was $1, and then he just threw them away. It's just like, ouch. Every week I would go to the store. I'd spend $10 on a pack of new shirts, and that was it. I was like,
he's just George.
That is the dream. Like if I could do that, that would be pinnacle life. Never have to do laundry. Never worry about what you're wearing. Like it's wasteful. It's incredible. Maybe give them to charity, right? Maybe give them to
Extra Life.
Maybe not Extra Life, but maybe give them to
give your sweaty, smelly shirts to kids charity. I like what your ideas here. See, it's getting to that weather change out here where it's just I'm in my outfit. I got black sweatpants. I got a black hoodie. I wear the same thing every day. I don't know how. I understand that the comment section is going to have a field day with this one. I don't know how my wife is still attracted to me because I do. This is it. This is black sweatpants, black hoodie. There's no innovation. There's no creativity.
Yeah,
I'm just a gross, disgusting trading card game basement nerd in black.
You're beautiful. Okay, this is good. Let's end it. We were trying to keep it. We're trying to keep the podcast to an hour these days.
When did that start?
I just think it's better.
Listen, I'm grateful for it, but
yeah, it's just better. Everyone, go subscribe to Hometown TCG by clicking on homertowntcg.com. And don't go to Homertown TCG. Do not go to Homertown TCG. I'm warning you right now. Don't do that. Go subscribe to Hometown TCG. Go check out the new website at KitchenTableTCG.com. And thank you for watching, for listening. Remember to be kind to the people around you. May the zoo be with you.
And also with you, dude.